fantastic. This is going to be interesting. So like I said, we're heading to San Isidro del General. And it's a little bigger city up in the mountains. So the elevation is up to 700 meters. So apparently it gets cooler. I'm dressed in shorts and a t-shirt, but I don't think it's going to get that cold. And it's sunny right now. But we're going to take a tour up there, and then along the way, if we see these sites, we'll stop and look around, take some pictures. On our way to San Isidro del General, we're going to stop off at one of the beaches that Ian's never been to. It's a little detour. All about exploring different areas. So it's a little bit of a detour here. The 34 highway is right there. Right over there. So we're making our way to Playa Mantipalo. So this is the road that runs from 34 highway up to San Isidro, and it's gonna, at least from the maps and everything, it's gonna twist and wind up through the mountain. And down here in the southern part of Costa Rica, this mountain range comes really close to the beach. As it goes up further north, it moves inland, or the beach moves farther away, whatever, but it's more of it's a longer ride to get into the mountains further north you go along this mountain range anyway. So like I said, there's a couple of little towns up here, Plantanillo and Tinamaste, that really appeal to me, and we'll be going by them. Apparently they're up in the mountains a little more, it's a little cooler. So right now it's a lot cooler. Still in the 80s probably, but you know, I'm not sweating like sometimes I am on these rides. So it'll be interesting to see how cool it gets up there. You can see whether people are wearing jackets and things. Another one-lane bridge. Red Barachetta. It's a cool little river. One thing I noticed about this highway compared to some of the other ones that went east from Highway 34 is just in good condition. Nicely paved asphalt. Yeah, it's just good riding. I think I've mentioned it before, but one thing's a little bit different in Costa Rica than Canada or the United States is there's no real indicators of how sharp the corner is. You know, a speed advisory of what you can take the corner at. So back in Ontario anyway, when you see, you know, a corner that's coming up and it gives you a reduced speed, that speed advisory is more for heavy trucks with loads. They should keep it under that speed. But it does give everybody else an indicator of how sharp the corner is going to be. I mean, if you're on an 80-kilometer-an-hour corner, and then you have this speed sign that warns you of a 20-kilometer-an-hour turn, although that may be for heavy trucks, you know you're going to want to reduce your speed. And when I rode down in the States, it was the same thing. You know, sometimes you get like a 15-mile-an-hour advisory for a corner coming up, and after a while, even if you're riding fairly quick, you get to know what you're comfortable with. But here, it's just a corner. Sometimes you're going up and around, sometimes you're going down and around. As you can see, I can't see the end of the corner, and it could be a decreasing corner quite a bit. At this speed, it's nothing, but you know, nobody's in front of me and I want to have a little bit of fun. I don't know the roads, and I don't know if it starts off at a certain angle and then decreases sharply, and then you're into a situation where you got to bleed speed off. Fresh fruit stand. I really do love these roads when you're getting elevations and turns. You know, this is sort of the area I would love to end up in, as long as I still have access to some amenities. I don't need a lot, but that's supposed to be a really good waterfall, like Hoya waterfalls. Pretty popular waterfall, and I guess there's a few trails you can take and entrances. I'm gonna go try that road, I guess. That's why you learn slow maneuvers to do U-turns. Yeah, this is steep. Looks slippery. It's got like moss on the asphalt. Look at that. Wow.
I have no idea where this road goes, but it looks interesting.
Looks cool. So this was, again, not part of the plan to get to San Isidro, but it kind of looked like a cool road, so we're detouring. Put her in low gear to get up that hill. And you want to make sure you have good brakes going down these hills. Despacio. slow. They have Dukes of Hazzard jumps here. Bring the old General Lee down here and get some air. Don't go off the road, I guess. You like those guardrails? What is that? Parking. This might all be built for the waterfalls. I don't know. I wonder if we're allowed here. Take a look here. Nice. I think you're far enough inland, there's probably no crocs. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
This is what I was talking about. It's gonna get a little muddy. I think you gotta go left.
go left? Okay. That should be interesting. This is fantastic. Rocky, rocky, rocky. Muddy, muddy, muddy. I don't know where we're going, but this is where those more aggressive tires would come in handy. Alright, my traction control's off now. This is going to be interesting. I need more aggressive tires. I can't even get up this hill. So let's back up. I have no traction. All right, good. Feet are sliding off the pegs now. Okay, we stopped to wash our shoes off the best we could in a little creek that was passing across the road. Guess we can stand on these pegs again if we need to. But yeah, once these tires are done, I gotta get new ones. I'm gonna invest in more aggressive ones because, as you saw on that hill, I just, with a run at it, I came to a complete standstill. And I'm sure there's lots of roads like that. And I had an off-road knobby tire. I think I would have made it easier. That was fun. Cool little detour. That's what's nice when you're not in a rush to get to your final destination. You can explore other areas. Everything is so green down here. Not sure if it comes through on the GoPro, but when I tipped the bike over coming backwards down the hill, my calf touched the pipe, so I got a little skin burn. I'm gonna stop at the pharmacy, see if they have some cream. So this is Plantanillo that I'm talking about, and I can feel it's cool. Now we continue. We're going to stop at a little restaurant up here. Apparently it has fantastic views overlooking the valley. At some point we should be coming to the town called Tinamaste. And it's up on the same road, higher in elevation than Plantanillo. And from everything I've read, you can pretty much go without any air conditioning. You're only like 20 minutes, half an hour to the beach. Max, you're only 20 minutes, half an hour to San Isidro. You see the view over there?
You want to get a better shot of this view?
Yeah, we can go over there.
Let's go still up ahead.
Yep.
So you can just squeeze down here and get a little, go ahead, get a
Okay.
little walk. That's all we need.
Take a little look over here. You're watching the channel and you're looking for ideas of where to even relocate if you want to move down here, Tinamaste and Plantanillo are high enough that at least today I'm cool riding. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts and it's like a cool breeze that I'm getting at 60 kilometers an hour. The barbecue place. Picar 2 restaurant. San Isidro is a lot bigger than other cities other than San Jose. Probably pretty much get anything here.
San Isidro is located about 135 kilometers south of San Jose, the country's capital. With a population of about 50,000 people, it's one of the larger cities in Costa Rica. If you're looking for sightseeing or things to do, it's got cathedrals, it's got a full stadium for soccer and other sports. It has its own airstrip, public libraries, and apparently a really nice farmer's market. It sits about 700 meters above sea level, so the climate is a little cooler than if you were on the west coast. So after grabbing a bite to eat, we jumped back on the bikes and started making our way home. This time of the year, riding in the late afternoon can be risky. Those tropical storms come in fast and they don't play nice. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Just heading out, check out another part of the country I've never seen before, another city, and the adventure along the way. But if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, enjoy the ride.